Thank you for pointing that out. I I was setting up the background music, thinking maybe I want to change it, but then I didn't, and then I forgot to turn on the mic as well. So thanks for pointing that out. I've done that before. Oh well. So what I was going to explain, I'm going to be making a Taskmaster today. That is from Dungeons and Dragons and Pathfinder also, I think. And they don't exist in the current editions of Dungeons and Dragons, but I still like to do it and still make them because I really like the characters. They're like ant people, and yeah. So in the past I already made a worker and a soldier type, and now it's time for the next one up the food chain, which is gonna be the Taskmaster, which is, you know, the kind of guy that gives out the orders, stuff like that. So this one is has pretty high legs, I believe. So this is what sets him apart from the other ones. His legs are pretty high, and his angle is pointing downwards as opposed to backwards, which was the case with the other ones. So that's what we're gonna do. How are you guys, my friend? You're playing Pokemon right now, I bet. 10 to 1. You are. Alright. So this is still a medium-sized creature, at least from what I could find from earlier stat blocks. So we should be aware of that we don't have too much detail going into this, because you will not be able to see that for 3D printing, but we're gonna see how far we can get. This should be, if I use the snake hook, or is it? It should be become a bit more pointy, and then I'm also gonna use one of my other brushes for smoothing. Smooth, and then we pick smooth stronger. So now I can make this really pointy end like this. Cool. Alright. So this is basically like a move tool extreme, because this one you can just keep pulling. Look what I can do. Woo! Look at that shape. Brilliant. Yeah. Nope. I want it from the center. Make that a bit wider. Hey, Mr. Drenger, how are you? Did you print the Gargwa already? Welcome to the stream. It's the first time I see you here, right? I'm curious, because my printer is acting up, so I wasn't able to do the Gargwa myself yet. But I put it through a couple of machine tests to make sure it was at least printable on most machines. So I think it should be fine. But just in case, I'm curious if you were able to. It's good to see you here, man. Did you get the notification from Discord? Is that what drove you here? So I'm just gonna. So what I used to do with all of these ant creatures was I would make a separate subtool for like a joint, a bone, a joint, a bone. Like all of them, I would. Oh, that sounds like something's happening. What's that? I see. Oh yeah, that would be cool, man. I see someone is following. I'm not seeing who. That's not popping up. Oh well. Thank you anyway for the follow. That's awesome. Let me look it up. Oh, you get a second warning. That's right. Maybe I can read this better. Effects Animator. Thank you for following. Nice to have you on board. So what I was saying, I used to make a different subtool like this, and I would split it, whoop, then I have that, and then I would make a subtool here for the leg. I would just stretch that out. So I would have several small, so I would have like that, and then I will put this thing up here as well. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Commander Rude is following. Welcome aboard. I think I saw you in chat before. Welcome aboard. I think you also get the second jazz. Yeah, there you go. Second jazz music. All right. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do it a bit different. I'm just going to try and see if I can make this from one tool, from one subtool. See if that works, because if that works, I think it might save me some time during the early stages. What it will slow down, however, is the final stages, because then it's gonna be well, actually it might be better for the final stages as well, because I don't have to transpose all the different parts. But it might take a bit more time for, yeah, I'm not sure. Let's just figure it out. Trial and error. Two of my favorite words. So this guy, he has long legs. Because they're ants. They're based off ants. They're like centaur and human people things. So they have 4 legs, and they also have 2 arms, like a centaur. I'm going to split the legs into 2. Wow, look at that. That's a strong line. Let's curve that inward. I'll make it a bit more smooth for now. I'm pointing this out. Down. Whoop. Alright, this is really just the early stages. These are experimental and really, yeah, how do I say this? A lot of things can change from here. This is just to figure out the general shape, maybe the start of the pose. A lot of things can happen here. What I'm gonna do here. I want this to be longer, this part. We're gonna do this. Going to mask this, invert that, and then we're gonna stretch it out. Bam, longer. There we go. Easy. Maybe too long, but we'll see. So the taskmasters in the hive, they're the ones giving the orders to the workers and to the fighters. Up the size. Also kind of reminds me of one of those Doctor Who villains from one of the Christmas specials with David Tennant. There was a sort of spider queen in the earth. It was a Christmas special. And then there was a giant spaceship in the shape of a Christmas star. Something like that. Does someone know what I'm talking about? Beep, beep, beep. Insert sphere. So this one is about halfway through. You know it. Hey, Mr. Scaro. It's been a while, like 70 minutes. So I'm debating now. Do I want how much of a curve do I want this to go? Let me show you what the alternative is to what I have right now in my mind. So I got this right now. So we could also curve this a bit like that. So his angle might even be facing forward. That might make him look more threatening. Kinda like this. Let's just roll with it. Very well. I want to be a bit more exploring with my projects. See if I can find some boundaries. See what I can do. What kind of choices I make that are fast or too fast. Maybe not detailed enough. Maybe too detailed. You know, I want to figure it out. The only way to do that is by just trying new things. Kind of like this. And then we would have a second pair of legs. Not that far behind, probably a bit higher. Snake hook that. Let's split that. Split the unmasked points. Nice for you to drop by, Mr. Scar. So we have a family weekend coming up next month. One of the things that we tend to do is a performance night where everyone has to prepare a song or a dance or a piece of comedy or whatever. And me and the girlfriend have been practicing a little. We're trying to figure it out what we want to do. But today I've been doing some Russian dancing. That I'm not really good at. That's fine. It's mostly for laughs anyway. There's also prizes. We have one here. No. 1 year we won the cup. So one of the reasons why I think I might save some time with this is because of this. I have two pieces for one leg, but if I rotate this, then I had to rotate all the different pieces and I have to remove them. And now I can just reshape it, you know. I hope this might save me some time. Let's see. So what I'm gonna do now is make it from the top, make it look like a bit more like a cross. I think that could be a nice aesthetic, you know? Here we go. All right. Cool. But this is all general shape. We'll see how far we get today. We'll see. So, no, I've been streaming for, how long is it now? 1 month. I would still appreciate some feedback if someone has tips or things they enjoy that I do or don't enjoy. No, feedback is appreciated. Let's make some arms. Let's put those on there. Split that. Inflate this. Alright, cool. And then joint. Could go for one of those right now. And since their hands are not particularly long, I might just save those for later. Just do the arms for now. I wish there was a shortcut to point to different brushes, so I can choose between them a little faster. All right. And the head, just the head, and then we'll see how and what we can do. So these guys, I think they have armor. use the neck first. Let's make that first. So they are proud, these ones. So let's put their back straight, their neck straight. See how it goes. Because we want these to be proud. They're the leaders, right? They have the ones that have good equipment. They're not rank and file. Split that. Am I saving the undo history? Yeah, let's turn that off. So autosave won't take 2 minutes at some point. So they're ant people. So why am I making these? Let me tell you, when I just started my Patreon, there was one dude that really wanted a Formian hive, and I said, yeah, we can do that. And he pledged to the most expensive tier I had, which is about choosing a couple of models. And he chose a Formian hive, so I said, all right, every once in a while, I'll make an ant man for you, an ant dude. And that's how we started. Man, it's been a long time since I made the ant people. I call them man ants on my Patreon, because I'm not sure if these are copyrighted or not. I believe Wizards of the Coast is pretty chill with fan projects, from what I understand. So, these guys have helmets, right? Armor. So they have 3 body parts. So they have the head, the middle part, and the back part. So we got that covered. Or is the head not one of the parts? Yeah, it is. It's one of the 3 parts. Cool. Alright. Let's start with the main body. Got a weird disconnect. That's alright, man. Welcome back. It's good to have you back. Alright. Should we split this though? Maybe the upper body? Nah, let's not for now. Let's just mask it. Gargoyles. They are large creatures. Have you read the Monster Hunter Monster Manual that Amal Wind has made? I based all the sizes of that, because I believe it is quite good. You know what? I might actually split this. You have not. Oh my. You're in for a treat, my man. You know, just ask in the Discord. He's there if you tag him, Amelwind. I'm sure he'll be happy to direct you. He's online, so just check him. All right. Yeah, it's really cool, man. He made stat for every single Monster Hunter monster to use in Dungeons and Dragons. So that means the base is 2 inches by 2 inches. It's really cool. You're in for a treat. He's also working on like loot tables and stuff from carvings right now. So what I'm doing right now is I'm masking this. So I can inverse that, and now I will just stretch this out a little bit. So it looks like he has a plating. Alright. Stretch it out a little bit. Then we inverse that again, and then we'll do it the same. Wait, how do we do this? No, we do... Okay, yeah, so I think this is faster. We just unmask this now. Let me know if you can find it or not. I think he will help you right away, but if not, I will send it to you afterwards. Okay, I have to do this better. Alright, let's do it like this. I got it. But yeah, it's really cool. If you want to use Monster Hunter monsters for Dungeons and Dragons, check out that monster manual. And use my minis to represent them. We have a bit of understanding, him and I. He helps me with stats, etc. And in return, I let him decide sometimes which monsters to go for next. Just stretching this out slightly so we can make a little armored effect. See what the effect that's gonna be. I think that's gonna be pretty cool. Let's do some more layers. this might have been, just needed to have gone a bit sharper. Cool, I'm liking it. So yeah, since these guys are a bit more important, which is why they have protective plate, carapace. I think that's, how do you say that? Is it carapace? Carapace. Cool. And we can add some battle damage on this layer at a later stage, you know, to make that look a bit more cool. Next here. Cool. Looking sharp. Very nice. And move this up again. It's just a bit of a rinse and repeat thing. But it will provide a nice layered effect. There we go. Do I want to smoothen this too much? Not too much, but a little bit. There we go. All right. Oh, we have one more. I think this one I may have overshot a little bit. So let's smoothen this one a bit more. Alright, I like that start. Alright, next few plates I need to be closer to. On the front I need to be closer, but on the back I need to create a bit more distance to the last plate. The reason for that is because of the curve, because I want to make it look natural wherever I can. Stretch it and make it sharp. Stretch it out also. And a little back. Very nice. I didn't make this sharp enough. Undo, 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 undo. Mask that. Point was to create distance here. All right, it's better. Tom, if you're still here, I enjoyed playing League earlier. I had fun. This one's gonna smooth this side. The other side can be can stay. You know, this one needs to be a bit more smooth. We're gonna use the flatten tool on this later to make it look a bit more battered. But I kind of like this effect. Also remember, this is gonna be like this big. So yeah. It's not like if we put in 1,000 layers, we're gonna see that. So we're just sticking to the important ones. I just realized it doesn't matter if I go over this, because if I stretch it out, it would actually make it look more natural. Doesn't matter too much. Maybe I should have switched to cave music instead of winter music. The one that could still try and change that. But I also thought this winter music is pretty chill. Get it? I used it for last week's mimics. Used this music. Likey. Stretch it out. Very good. Dynamesh that. Awesome. Let's do one more, probably. Likey. I have to say, so far, I'm liking it. Oops, wrong side. Nice. Nice. So that's not a bad start. Doing that. I like that. And we may do the same thing for the legs. No, that way we would already pretty far up. I like this layered thing, especially down the tail, like the end. I like that a lot. Cool. All right, that's pretty good basis. Let's continue this on the legs. Yeah, I always order them in a certain direction. The head I always put first, and the body, then the upper arm, lower arm, other side of the body, front legs. Though if I just always do it at the same way, I do not get lost in the amount of subtools. Alright. So how do we go about doing this? Because this is the point where we need to decide, are we gonna give him armor or not? I think some armor would be pretty cool. This should be a bit more straight. Let me take care of that first before we continue. Alright. It's a bit better. Follow that. Alright. I'll take that. So we're gonna do the same. But this time it's the same basis. But we're gonna go all around. We're gonna stretch these out to the front. And then we do give it some more mass because this is dangerous for 3D printers. Remember, this is like 1/10 of a millimeter. So not all printers can do that. So let me just be a bit on the safe side. Let me do. I am gonna give it some mass on the inside. Inflate it on the inside. So it will be more solid. But you still get the effect of a like a bit shieldy thing, like an armored piece, like bracers or something. See, and we're gonna do that a few times. I'm gonna do the same here. Yeah, that's fine. And again, we'll move that. Too small. Make it a bit bigger. Very nice. So we move it out and we move it down. And by doing that a few times, we create a pretty nice effect, right? It makes him look a bit more unique. All these armored layers are gonna make him stand out from like just a regular warrior or a worker. I think this one went a bit more smooth than the first one. Let me flatten this. Okay, so the flatten and the S polish tool have the same image. That's why I keep selecting the one I don't want to use. Cool. Next. Now I might just copy these legs and paste them on the back legs. I think I'm gonna do that. I think that will save me some time, like 10 minutes. Trying to figure out things that will up my efficiency. To get more or better results in the same time. These things don't have stats, I believe, for 5th edition. They do in Pathfinder or older Dungeons & Dragons editions. So we might have to make those from scratch. Once we're done. Yeah, I think this achieves the same effect, but not going that direction is saving me trouble. Let's just do this from the bottom. Best point of view, the bottom. See everything. What's going on? Okay. Search this a little bit. That's cool. Alright, alright. And you know what? I'm gonna do the same with the upper leg and just gonna stretch it out. Oh, that's what's different. My subtool palette was gone. I'm gonna admit a guilty pleasure right now. I watched Glow on Netflix and I thought it was pretty funny, pretty good. So good, in fact, that I started rewatching it. But it was pretty funny. I loved the Sam Sylvia character. I think he's so good. He cracks me up almost every time he's on stream. I don't think it's meant to be a comedy though. Let's double this resolution. Add some more details to that. Okay. I'm getting more aware of the mask tool and using it to my advantage. I used to do this kind of thing just by having different subtools, but using the mask tool saves me a lot of data at the time to do things like this. And it also gives me slightly more control, so I'm gonna stick to this method, I think. Stretch this out, see how that goes. Take the standard brush, alternate, so get some depth in there. Remesh, smoothen it out. Accentuate this part. Alright, we flatten that as well, make it more polished. What brought me to sculpting? That's an interesting question. I had this program on my computer for 4 or 5 years and I barely touched it. I thought it was too complicated. But at some point I got really into 3D printing also. And I just wanted to explore more, you know, make my own things. I have a background in art education, so I kind of know how shapes work and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. You know, actually, I may have been doing this for longer. I used to play Warhammer Fantasy, the fantasy battles, and there were a couple armies out there that you can only, that were pretty much like fan-made, that were mentioned in some of the races books, but other for certain armies, like there was a Hobbit army and a Kislev, which was like Polish, inspired by the Polish Kevlar, you know, a division in the empire for that. But there were no official models. And back in those days, I wanted to make a Chaos Dwarf army because I had a lot of dwarf models. So there was a starter set that had orcs and goblins as one side and dwarves on the other side. And I had a orcs and goblin army, but not a dwarf army. And I wasn't planning on starting one because I already had 3 or 4 armies at the time. So I decided to use the dwarf models and try to make a chaos dwarf army. you know, with green stuff. There was like this material was blue and yellow, and you could shape them and play with it, and you know, put a little shape in it, and it would just stay stuff. But if you mix the yellow and the blue part together, you would have like a few minutes when it was green and still editable. You could still change it, but after a few minutes it would become really hard, so it would basically be like a regular miniature, and then you would paint it over it and you wouldn't see it, but you would be able to change your own or to create your own miniatures. And this was before 3D printing was a thing that was available to the public. So I enjoyed that, and I made like bases with lava made out of green stuff, and I made like chaos dwarfs, like evil dwarfs with masks and stuff like that. I thought it was pretty cool. So I think that was the start. But then when 3D printing came around, I was like, yeah, this is super cool. And I got really invested in that, like the concept, and I subscribed to the idea of creating your own thing. So that's basically when I started sculpting, I think. That's a really interesting question that you asked me that. And I hope this answers your question. I decided I want one more layer here, one more of those sticking out points. I don't know how to call that. Yeah, 3 months, 6 months. It's still such a young thing. At least I only know one other person in real life that has a 3D printer. Other than that, I'm the only one I know. Like, yeah, there's a lot of trial and error. I agree with that. My first like 12 prints were all crap because I didn't know how to adjust the settings on my printer and in the program, and I didn't know how to do supports, stuff like that. What kind of printer do you have, man? Do you have FDM or SLA printer? I got an FDM printer. I got a Prusa E3 Mark III. And it works pretty well, but it's not made for miniatures. When I was choosing it, when I chose this printer, I was really close to buying an SLA printer, you know, with the liquid bath. But I heard there was like toxic gases coming out of there, and my house is not well ventilated at all. It's like it's terrible. So I decided against that. But I wish I had an SLA printer for miniatures. Hey Mr. Fartface, good to see you again. What terms are you talking about? Oh, so FDM is like a printer that prints layers. But you know, they print a base layer and then they print a new layer on top of the previous one. But an SLA printer is like it has a liquid, a resin, and inside of that they shoot lasers to harden the liquid, and you can get a lot more detail on there in those. That's why SLA printers tend to be used for miniatures by hobbyists. Got a monoprice maker Select Plus. That's yeah, I heard some good things about that one. That's cool. Yeah, that's I believe that's an FDM. Yeah. You never heard of that? Man, look it up. SLA printers. It's awesome. All right. Now what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna remove these back legs, and I'm just gonna copy the front legs. Gonna copy these, duplicates, down, duplicate, down. Let me type it for you. It's an SLA printer. It uses a resin. There you go. Okay, we're gonna move this. Yeah, man, you learn a lot from watching the stream. Move this one also. Let's move that all the way over there. See, that saves us like 30 minutes, 20. That's a pretty cool start. I like that. Yeah, man, I'm glad you're here. You know what? Let's adjust this a little bit. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna transpose these slightly. So they look a bit different, but actually they're pretty much the same. You know, to not make it look boring. Move those out. And let's move these ones out as well. And a bit to the sides. All right. Cool. I'm digging it. Let's adjust this Carapacci part. What we're gonna do here is we're just gonna make this a bit bigger. like the leg is coming out of there. Let's see if this works. Oftentimes I'm just trying things. See if they work. You'll hear me say trial and error a lot on this stream. I mean, this looks fine to me, at least the start. Really makes it look like the leg is popping out from under this shell. You know? I'm gonna up this geometry. It's driving me crazy working in low res. Fart face, don't tell me I'm already crazy. I knew you were thinking about that. If you have a little more time until work, what kind of work do you do? You're from America, right? What kind of work do you do? You work for Apple. You're from Texas. Apple technical support. Like a call center or in a store? I used to be a call center worker. It drove me nuts. I had to quit that job for my own sanity. Yeah, call center. Oh, you work from home. Oh, that's cool, so you can keep watching, right? It's rough, yeah, it is. People think you have all the answers, and they just don't get it. You might, well, yeah, that's true. I won't force you to stay here, but you're welcome to stay and watch. Just turn volume down to 1%. Okay, yeah, now I'm getting sloppy. Let's do this properly. I'm lowering my standards. I should not do that. So, you take this one, you rotate it a bit more. That direction. There's some training time. Oh yeah. Well, we'll see how long we keep going. I usually plan to go for until 10, so that's 45 minutes from now. Oh, yeah, that's cool, man. Let's hang out. It's nice to have a good conversation with you. You've been supporting me for a while. And I see you in the Discord sometime, but we never really talked. got this song stuck in my head from one of the Eurovisions from the 70s. Moscow, Moscow, da 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 da. Yeah. Is this everything you ever hoped for? This can get. Actually, let's stretch this out also. It's everything you ever wanted. Yeah. So did you find the monster manual for Monster Hunter monsters? Monster. Otherwise I'll send it to you later. So I know he's almost finished. I think he just finished Final Monster. It's a living manual, meaning he keeps updating it every once in a while. I found him because the first Monster Hunter monster I made was a Tatsukabra, right? And I made stats for him in the Dungeons and Dragons stats, but they were not very good. They were not balanced. They didn't take the actual monster stat into account from the Monster Hunter games, strengths and weaknesses. I thought I did a pretty good job, but then I found out that there was this guy, Amelwind, who had already done it and way better. So I asked him, yo, dude, can I use those stats? And I post them on my Patreon. He was like, yeah, dude, go ahead. I'm like, let's chill. And he was like, yo, but send me the file I want to print. Because apparently he also had a 3D printer. So I'm like, sure, we can make that trade. So he gives us free stats, and in return I sent him the occasional file. Everybody's happy. You have some fun with games. Ah, cool. Yeah, dude. What you playing? I really think this is a pretty good start that we got here. Playing Fortnite? Oh man, that's alright. Yeah. ESO or Monster Hunter. It's cool. You got Monster Hunter World. I'm sad to say I don't own a computer or console that plays it. I was so hyped for the game and I saw, no, it's not coming to my PC. I got a Mac, so it's not good for gaming. Yeah, man, I'm so sad. So I considered buying like a PS4 or an Xbox just so I can play the Monster Hunter, but I'm poor boy. I'm just a poor boy. What expansion? Did I expand it? Or did I change? Tell me! I did hear it was really good. They did something like a few weeks ago that changed the ratings from mixed to awesome to everybody is ecstatic. I heard they did something really good, but I didn't hear what they did. But it got me excited. Oh, we got a new G rank. Oh, that's cool, dude. Yeah, G rank is where your skills are truly tested. Sad to say, I don't have any friends that play Monster Hunter, so it's really difficult for me to improve on the games that I do own. Nice. I got Monster Hunter Freedom Unite on my iPad, and I got Monster Hunter 3. What's it called? 3 Ultimate on the Wii U. Those are the ones I have. Do you have a Wii U? Because that's the one I have most progress on. You have the iOS version. Oh. That's cool. We should play sometime. See if we can set it up. Maybe even do that on stream if people are interested. But for on the iPad, yeah, a lot of people did that, selling their Wii U for a Switch. Now I'm kind of masking this, but I'm wondering how and what I'm gonna do with this. I'm just on autopilot for this. Maybe we create a happy little accident. And Bob Ross will be proud. Yeah, I'm still in the beginner ranks on the iPad version. I had it. I was pretty far, but at some point I needed to get rid of pretty much all my apps to make room for an update. And then I lost all my progress. With progress on the PSP, I don't own that one. But yeah, man, Monster Hunter is like one of my favorites. One of my favorite game series. Even though I don't have a lot from it, I just enjoy the concept so very much. To the point where I even made Dungeons and Dragons characters that acted like that. So I have a goblin that I'm playing currently, and his thing has everything to do with monsters. Like, he enjoys riding them, he enjoys taming them, he enjoys fighting them. That's pretty much all he's good for. And he's military. Something fell. Yeah, he's military. And So he's pretty much a hunter. So he is a ranger, meaning I gave him a battle mount, and he, from slain enemies, I made a battle armor for my mount. You know, from rust monster, carapaces, etc. Did you know if you use iTunes, you do not have to install the update file? Oh, I didn't know that. Wait, we're talking about the iPad version, right? Or is there a version for a regular Mac? Well, you know, it's not so bad. I didn't mind starting over. It's not like I was in G tier already. I played a hunting horn in that game, figuring other people would play it with me, but nobody did. Oh. I didn't know that. That's funny. You got into your work mode. It's a good warming up for when you have to start working later. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be releasing some mimics tomorrow. The Christmas mimics I made last week. I'll put them on the Patreon tomorrow, or at least somewhere this week. I don't know if you're yeah. You want let me show you. Let me give you a preview. Let me see, how do I do this? Image mimics. Alright. Where is the file? Desktop. Oh, it does not recognize the file type. Let me see. There it is. Let's turn it into a PNG. Yeah. There we go. Alright. Can you see that? Look at that. I got 2 free mimics, two free versions, and 4 ones like this. A present. So the idea is that there's these 2, this one right here and this one. They're just regular mimics, right? I have two that have Christmas stockings that you can use as bag of tricks. And the bag of tricks is like the magic item in the Dungeon Master guide. It's in there. So what this one does, he uses his wrappings to pull out presents from the stocking and throw them down. So he keeps summoning animals, right? And then you have these with 4 tentacles. You can act them or change them into like a mini roper. I thought that would be pretty cool. So I got those 3 ideas and I made variation with and without the tongue. And you can just paint them in whatever color, so you can have like infinite variations of these mimics. I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, man, our party almost got wiped by a roper not too long ago. Alright, back to sculpting. But yeah, so look forward to that. You can 3D print a lot, as many as you want. I hope I can convince Amel into provide us with stats. Otherwise, we'll figure it out. Had a mummy knock 2 people unconscious. Yeah, mummies can be tough as well. Sometimes was this one with mummy rot? So I remember that's a difficult thing to get rid of. Yeah, necrotic damage, yeah. So I'm gonna be in a D&D vacuum for a while. So my Dungeon Master is moving. It's moving away. So that means either I have to pick up the Dungeon Mastering for a party, or we're gonna have to remake it within the community. Make a new party, or someone find a new DM. I don't know. But that's from my Monday party. But he's also in my Tuesday group. So that also means I don't know what's gonna happen there, because we have one more session next Monday and next Tuesday. So we have 2 sessions to finish 2 campaigns. That's gonna be cool, right? Of 2 really big reveals at the end. But also means that I will not be playing maybe for a while, which is sad. But I might need the time so I can do more sculpting. And I also I started a master studies this year. And I have not been doing as much as I want for that. And I notice I'm slacking sometimes, which is not good for a master study. So maybe it's for the best to take a little break, but maybe we'll just continue, and this is all, you know, false alarm. Yeah, it's a bit sad. So what you gonna do? Man. How many points do you have collected so far? If you you get 100, you can interact with the stream. You can press exclamation mark points, type that in chat, see how much points you have. Might be time for the head. Let's make this smaller. And then give him like teeth. Yep. Let's do it a bit similar to the warrior. Kinda liked how that worked out. Insert sphere. Split that. And then we snake hook it. Oops, here we go. And then we inflate that. Not bad, not bad. Quite like that. It's not that bad. Yeah, I don't know what to do with my D&D life in the near future. Maybe well, we have a big community here with about 70 people playing in different parties and switching out all the time. So maybe I'll find a new party. Maybe I'll stick with some of the same. You know, there's always people that you don't enjoy playing with. And apparently I'm not the easiest person to play with. For some reason, I always end up being one of the people that ends up in a PvP fight, even though I don't enjoy PvP fights at all. For some reason people think my characters are dicks, and sometimes they are. PvP is bad. It's really bad. I don't enjoy it at all. But yeah, some people do. Maybe because I'm pretty outspoken as a person, especially when there's things I do. So okay. So I had a talk with someone about this yesterday. Let me put that on hold. I had to have a talk with my players and be like, we are working towards a common goal. Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah. So I had a talk with the Dungeon Master that's moving about this subject yesterday. And what it came down to was that me as a person, I like inspired actions. I like when people are original and you know, have do their own thing, but also be creative, supportive, but have your own gimmicks, right? But there's also people that I play with that always try to do the first action in every situation. And be the first to act, and it's always the same uninspired things like I loot the body, or I loot the body, or I loot the body, or you know, we are on a really time-sensitive mission where every second counts, and they want to take a few minutes to loot a body, or you know, so it makes things so predictable and boring, and so as a player I get annoyed with that. So I react to that annoyance in character. I like getting frustrated, pressing for time, you know, and that antagonizes some people because they feel I do not let them play their own characters. But to me, everything they do is so boring, and it's not fun to play with them. But it's also hard to say that. It's one of the nerd fallacies, right? One of the geek fallacies is that you cannot... it's really difficult to tell someone else that you're not enjoying playing with them. Because no geek can... Well, that's one of the fallacies. And like the fallacy that they expect that everyone they are friends with will also be friends between them, you know? Yeah. So what do you do in a situation like that? You just suck it up? I don't know. Let's give this fucker some eyes. Oh, let's split those just in case. I want the eyes on top. Oh, that's a bit too flat. Let's inflate that. There we go. Is this head too small? Maybe. Or is it too big? Or is it just right? Yeah. Exactly, but you're a DM. But if it's something that happens between players and they both have a legit reason, or you're both acting on emotions, then it's a lot more difficult to do. Especially if, as a DM, you're friends with both people. Yeah. So I don't know. I hate PvP with a passion, but somehow I am the person that always get dragged into this. Maybe they think that I can handle it because I'm the person that mentions what they're doing and how that's annoying me, and that it is annoying me. But then, since they are pretty uninspired people with uninspired actions, their uninspired response to that is gonna be to attack me. Like, I got in a PvP action yesterday. So what happened was, we are on a boat, and last session we finished off with our boat being attacked by a wizard from the coast that summoned a bunch of termites and to eat the boat. And so my character was on high alert, right? At the start of this session yesterday, I was like on high alert. So I say to the DM, okay, if I see something moving in the brushes, I want to shoot at it. So I make a check for that, and I see something moving. So I think, okay, this might be the wizard, you know? So I just shoot at it. I'm a sniper, I'm a sharpshooter. I can do that kind of thing. And so it turns out to be a black kobold. And one of our players that is a kobold. So he didn't like that I one-shot a kobold on the coast. That may or may not have attacked us. What he does is, immediately after I one-shot the kobold, he attacks me. But this kobold on the coast was transformed. It was black. It was experimented on by evil wizards. It was mind controlled, but we didn't know that at the time. But yeah. So I killed that kobold, and he's like, no, that may be my family. So he jumps into the water. My first instinct was to just shoot at him, you know, to get him back. But I swallowed my pride, took the moral high ground, and just let him do his thing. But I took control of the boat, and I steered away from the coast, so he couldn't come back on. That was part of my revenge. So, I don't know how to approach this next time, because we only have one more session, and I still need to get back at him. But I'm not sure how to do that, because killing him is meh. You know, that's also pretty uninspired. So for as long as the campaign was going on, we had always been like bickering, but it was always like pranks and stuff on each other, so that's fine, right? But the moment he straight up attacked me, he instantly antagonized me. So now I'm looking for a way to get back at him, in character of course. But yeah, I didn't enjoy that at all, because he attacked me for no reason. He attacked me for defending the boat. And then the funny thing was, he swam to the coast, and he got attacked by several of those kobolds. And then he learned they were all evil all along. But he didn't apologize or anything. He was like, oh yeah, sure, whatever. But he made a big deal out of it by attacking me, so I don't know. I don't know if you're even still listening. But yeah, that really annoyed me yesterday. And it was after I had already gotten bad news. So I was having a shitty day yesterday. You're listening, alright. That's cool. Alright. Enough blabbering and complaining. We got work to do. So my idea, I don't know if he's, hold on, let me see if he's watching the stream. No, he's not. Alright, I could tell you my story. So what I plan to do is I'm going to, my character is a grung, you know, the miniature I made a few weeks ago. That's my character. So I plan to take him apart and carve the word traitor in my language in his forehead, and then say my goodbye to the campaign. So if he wants to keep playing that character, he's gonna have the frog word for traitor carved in his face. I think that's a way more interesting way to get back at him than just straight up attack him. And I got the mobility, so if he goes unconscious during the final boss fight, I'm gonna stuff him in my bag of holding, and then you know, get the fuck out of there. I got a ring of jump. Got a ring of jump, which triples my jumping speed. And since I only have a jumping speed and a climbing speed, that means I can jump 75 feet a turn, so 150 if I'm dashing. I have not done that in character at all, so he doesn't know I can do that. But I also got a cape of the mountain bank, so I can jump out, you know, move away. So that's my plan, you know. The moment he goes unconscious, I'm gonna move towards him, saying, oh, I'm gonna heal him, you know, that idea. But then what I do is I stuff him in my bag and teleport the fuck out of there. Yep. That's what you get for messing with racist frogs. My character is a racist. Yeah. So the reason for that is because there are grung gods that are all about trickery, but also there is a grung god that relies on bigotry. I thought that was hilarious. So and self-deception. So there's a human in my party, and the self-deception of that god means or says that he is the god of amphibians, but he also says that humans are superior to amphibians, which is so weird. And like, if you succeed in deceiving yourself, then haven't you already failed? Like, how does that work? Like, I thought it was such a funny character. But so I took all the traits of that grung god, which includes bigotry and stuff like that. And I've tolerated the lesser races like gnomes and halflings and kobolds in my party because they were useful. Oh, that's cool, man. I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, I thought that was a really interesting character. I think this is a fun face. It's a friendly face that only a mother would kiss. On the forehead. What's this? Oh, it's the eyes. Alright. So yeah, that's his story. And I hope next week I find my objective and finish that and go back to Grunglands while having marked a kobold as a trader. We'll see. I am gonna alert the Dungeon Master that I'm planning on doing this. And I know they are friends in real life, so I hope this doesn't bite me in the back, but I want to be upfront about it. Like, I'm doing this because I feel betrayed, or at least my character feels betrayed. So that's what's up. Do I want to just close the mouth? I mean, and by that I mean just, yeah. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to inflate this so the back just touches the teeth, so it will look more like a I mean, this will be more solid. This will be better for your printers. Oh, that's cool, man. I'm happy to have had this talk so far already. I enjoyed it. Num 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 num. Look at this, yummy chumpers. I won't be going for too much longer, right? I think like maybe a couple minutes. I'm getting a bit tired as well. Although I think, you know, look at this. This is a pretty good start, right? For 2 hours. Let's change this material. See how it looks. This, oh yeah, I like that. Let's put this on a turntable. You know what? I'm just gonna wrap this up for tonight. I'm getting a bit tired also. So let's put this on the turntable. Look at that. That's a good starting point for tomorrow. I like that. Very good. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it a day for now. We will continue this tomorrow, same time, same channel. I hope to see you all tomorrow. And oh yeah, if you wanna watch more, hit that follow button. Let's see what we can do. You will get notified when we continue this tomorrow. I'm pretty excited. This looks good. This is a good start. Hit that follow button. I'm gonna release the mimics tomorrow or at a later point this week. But at least in time so you can print them for a Christmas special. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I will see you soon. Cheers.